Hello kiddos, how are you? Welcome to the summary session of the chapter Definite Integration. Hope you all are doing well, good, happy, fit and fine. And yes, so if you are good, you can watch the entire session in one go, short and sweet. If you're not good, please take care of yourself. I do care a lot about you, you know that, right? Yes, Varsha ma'am loves you all. Today we will be going through the summary session of definite integration just like we did for indefinite integration. Do you remember? In your textbook we have a single chapter called as integration. We have divided into two parts, indefinite integration and definite integration. सही है बच्चों? अच्छा ये बताना I shortcut DI. How many of you all have watched the video of indefinite integration, the summary session? Did you all like it? Did you all understand? Was it good enough? Revision. Follow that technique. Identifying the type is very important in indefinite integration. And what is important in definite integration? Knowing indefinite integration is important. Yes. To study definite integration, you should know indefinite integration. करेक्ट है. चलो, क्या है ये डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन? डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन, वेल देयर आर टू फंडामेंटल थ्योरम ऑफ कैलकुलस. शॉर्ट में ज्यादा नहीं पकाऊंगी. फंडामेंटल थ्योरम ऑफ कैलकुलस. हाउ मेनी? two. What are the two fundamental theorem of calculus? The first one is, simple. If I have to put it in simple words, when you integrate any function from a point A to point B, you get area under that curve. What do you get? Area under the curve. Suppose this is function and you are integrating it from point A to point B. So whatever is the area under this, this is what integration will give you. Physics work energy theorem. Yeah, that's your first fundamental theorem of calculus. And second fundamental theorem of calculus says, if there is an integral a to b f of x dx, then the answer will be upper limit minus lower limit. In place of x, you will first put b minus, in place of x, you will put a. That's the second fundamental theorem of calculus which we are going to do in this chapter. What about the first one? Next chapter. Boss, there is next chapter coming up for you guys. I have prepared application of integrals. So in application of integral, we are just going to use this formula again and again and again and find area under the curve. Whereas in this chapter, we are going to always put the upper limit minus lower limit. Definite integration, boss, will have a definite value as answer. It will have a definite value. It will not have plus c like indefinite integration. Plus c was arbitrary constant. We didn't know what is c. So there was no fixed value. Here you will get a fixed value. 1 e 9 plus 1 by 7, something like that. You will get some value यार बच्चों. समझ गए ना? चलो, तो वही चीज यहाँ पे लिखा गया है. There are three methods to solve questions on definite integration: by transformation, by substitution, by parts. Well, I haven't talked about the most important one, which is properties. That is altogether a separate game. There are 8 properties which we will discuss one by one. I'll give you the hints when to use which property. You will be happy to know about those special small tricks. Well, first, what is this transformation method? As I said, for solving questions on definite integration, you should know indefinite. So transformation is basically, converting the question like indefinite integration. Particular functions. How many types of particular functions? 6 types. Then 6 types of trigonometric functions: higher power to lower power, product of sine and cos, even odd powers. I hope those who have watched the video of indefinite will be able to connect with me. Those who have not watched, भाई देख लो जाके, फ्री में है, बिल्कुल नॉन चार्जेबल. So question, it will appear same like indefinite. You have to apply here just upper limit minus lower limit. Substitution in indefinite integration, the step was LDSR, LDSR, LDSR. Here it will be LDLS. Here it will be LDLS. What it will be? LDLS. Let, differentiate, limit, change and substitute. There it was let, differentiate, substitute, resubstitute. In the end there was resubstitute. यहाँ पे क्या ma'am? Why are we not resubstituting? There is no need. Because in the end you are anyways going to put upper limit and lower limit. How does it matter? No need of resubstitution. Let, differentiate, limit, change, substitute. That's it. And solve the integral. By parts, yes, your usual UV rule. Fifth eye differs. Everybody, fifth eye differs. याद है ना? हाँ जी. चलो, let's explore all of them one by one. As I said, transformation method. You know, 6 types of all these standard formulas. Firstly, are there. Then your 6 types of particular functions. 6 types of trigonometric function. Okay. 6 types of particular function along with standard formula set. Standard formulas of particular function. There are total 9 standard formulas for particular function, 1 by quadratic, 1 by root of quadratic, and then just simply root of quadratic, and it's 6 types. So 9 standard formulas of particular function, then it's 6 types. Similarly, trigonometric function, your standard formula, then partial fractions. All this if you know, then straight away go and solve question like this. Now whenever a question like this comes, socho what type it is, how to solve. Integration of cos square x. Ma'am, it is type 1 of trigonometric function. How to solve such a question? Integration of cos square x, higher power to lower power, isn't it, bachcho? Square, we want linear. Square is 2, we want a power as 1. Making it linear by using a formula of trigonometry. भाई ये तो कहीं नहीं छोड़ने वाला, formulas पढ़ के रखो बस. Okay, 1 by 2 can be out. Integration of 1 is x. Integration of cos is minus sine 2x. And you always divide with the impurity. Whatever is the coefficient of x, you have to divide that, isn't it? Isn't it, bacho? Yes. And now, once you take the integration, don't put plus c. Instead, make 2 brackets. Make 2 brackets like this. First bracket, you are going to put upper limit in place of x. Second bracket, you are going to put lower limit in place of x. Chalo, let's put pi. Pi minus sine 2 pi by 2. That's my upper limit. Minus lower limit 0 minus sine 0 by 2. What is it? 1 by 2. Sine 2 pi is 0. So only pi left from the first bracket. 0 minus 0, 0 left from the second bracket. Answer is pi by 2, guys. The value of integral is pi by 2. Can you understand this? All of you. Good. Next one is substitution method. L for let, D for you will differentiate, S for no S, you will change the limit. So if you're changing the variable, you also have to change the limits, indefinite integration. And S for substitute. But when do we go for substitution method? When we cannot use any of the direct formulas, when we cannot use any of the corollaries. There were 4 corollaries. So when we cannot use any of the formulas directly, we go for substitution, where there is a function and its derivative. You substitute function as t and then proceed, right? Okay, I'll show you how to change the limit, particularly the third step. Pay attention. Integral minus 2 to 2 dx upon 4 plus x square by using substitution x as 1 by t. अच्छा, x को 1 by t करने बोल रहा है. क्या करें? सॉल्व कर ले. देखिएगा. Let because they have said we are doing it, otherwise we could have done it directly also, tan inverse formula. Let us follow them. Then differentiate. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 1 by t will be minus 1 by t square into dt by dx. Rearrange. Dx will be minus 1 by t square into dt. Next step is बच्चों limit change. What is this limit change? Okay. Firstly, what was the upper limit? Initially, the upper limit was 2. Now, what will be the upper limit? Initially, it was 2. Put x equal to 2 here. Put x equal to 2. T will be what? T will be 1 by 2. And lower limit initially was minus 2. Put x equal to minus 2. T will be minus 1 by 2. This is your new limit. Let, differentiate, limit change. Now all of this you will substitute in question I. Therefore, new integral is not minus 2 to plus 2 but minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. Instead of dx, it is minus 1 upon t square dt. And instead of 4 plus x square, it is 4 plus 1 by t square. Simplify करते हैं इसको. Minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2. I am just doing this question so you all get an idea of LDLS. There is just one step solution to this question, even I know. But if you get this in exam, you have to do यार. आम को आम नहीं इमली बोलने बोलेंगे तो बोलना पड़ेगा. एग्जाम है, करना पड़ेगा. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई. t square 4t square plus 1 upon t square. This upon t square can go up in the numerator, right? Which is equal to 1 upon 4t square plus 1. 1 upon 4t square plus 1. And what should be the answer for this? Minus half to plus half dt upon 2t plus 1 the whole square, 2t the whole square plus 1. Formula for this will be 1 upon x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse of x by a. Tan inverse of 2t from minus half to plus half. Let's put the value here. Tan inverse of upper limit is half minus tan inverse of lower limit in place of t minus half. Two cancel, two cancel. Tan inverse of 1. When is the value of tan 1 and tan inverse of minus 1? This minus can come out, right bacho? Shall I skip that step? Minus comes out. You have pi by 4 plus pi by 4. That's equal to pi by 2. That's equal to pi by 2. और एक चीज हमने नहीं करा. Instead of coefficient of x is always divided, the impurity should always be divided. भूल गए ना तुम भी? कैसे चलेगा? Impurity से divide क्यों नहीं किया? So answer is pi by 4 itself. Answer is pi by 4 itself. Whenever we take an integration, if x is multiplied with anything, you have to divide. If t is multiplied with 2, you have to. No need of resubstitution. Can you all notice that once you put half and minus half in place of the variable is gone. No need of resubstitution. What will you resubstitute? No need at all. Well, the direct way would have been simply integral minus 2 to plus 2 dx upon 2 square plus x square. Formula is 1 upon a. Tan inverse of x upon a from minus 2 to plus 2. That is half. Put the upper limit. In place of x, you will put 2. Minus, in place of x, you will put minus 2. This minus will come out half of pi by 4 plus pi by 4. Pi by 4 is the final answer. समझ रहे हो सब लोग? Perfect एकदम same answer आएगा. Shortcut, long cut, both taught to you. Remember, substitution must be continuous in the interval of integration, of course. And substitution must be able to take value of integration. It shouldn't be an odd one. And when suppose let the question is root of 1 plus x square, we cannot put a substitution x equal to t. Because what is 1 plus x square t? Nothing. What is a meaningful substitution here? Meaningful substitution will be putting tan t. Because 1 plus tan square t is sec square t, then root and sec square will cancel. You will get some value, integration of sec. And you have studied the formula in indefinite. So make a meaningful substitution if you want to rock it. The last one is by parts with I differs. Follow the late rule. I late, you late, we all late. Elate. Inverse, logarithmic, algebraic, trigonometric and exponential. First term. How is it? First term. Integral, second term minus integral derivative of first term, integration of second term. How many of you all remember? Heart. Very good. That's what. And whenever you're confused what should be first and second, elate is not helping you. Take the first term which is easily differentiable. Take the second term which is easily integrable. Example here. Elater. Logarithmic, inverse, logarithmic, algebraic. So my first term should be ln x, second term should be x. Can we apply the formula? Everybody, are you ready? First term integral, second term 1 to e minus integral derivative of first term, integration of second term. And now dx. Bacho, you will say, ma'am, 1 to e you didn't put. No need, yaar. It's already taken out. So only at these two places needed. ln x, integration of x will be x square by 2. Of course, 1 to e minus integral 1 to e. Derivative of log x 1 by x, integration x square by 2. X cancel. Once again, ln x into x square by 2. 1 by 2 can come out and integration of x is x square by 2. And the whole thing is 1 to e. Can you all see? 1 by 2 can come out inside the bracket ln x into x square minus x square by 2 from 1 to e. Therefore, I is equal to, put the upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit, that is e. Log e कितना होता है? 1 होता है. Log e into e square minus e square by 2. And a lower limit 1. Log 1 कितना होता है? 0. चलो फटाफट खत्म करते हैं इसको. Log e is 1, so e square minus e square by 2. Log 1 is 0 out. 1 by 2 minus of minus plus 1 by 2. That gives me e square minus e square by 2 will be e square by 2 plus 1 by 2 and outside 1 by 2. 2 comes out. 1 by 4 times e square plus 1 is the answer to this question of by parts. So all you have to remember, same formula. These two integrals have 1 to e and in the end you have to combine entire. Basically you have to take the entire integral and put 1 to e. Very simple. This is so super simple. So next part, let's move on to the properties. Let's discuss all the 8 properties. Yes, P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7. Starting from 0. The 8 properties. The first property is P0. I'll give some keywords also. These keywords are not there in the textbook, but it will help you remember whenever the reference is taken. P0 property is the most Puddu property. Integral a to b f of x dx is integral a to b f of t dt. All I am doing is I am changing the variable. Am I changing the limit? No. Do not change the limit, but if the variable is changed, value of integration will still be equal. Why? Because after all, you're putting the limits in the end. It doesn't matter what the variable is, x, y, z, u, v, w. Doesn't matter. What matters is limit should be changed. Variable different, it's still the same. P1. Integral a to b f of x dx. Let's say you don't like a to b. You want b to a. Okay, bring a minus sign out. Bring a minus sign out. You want to change the limits. You want to swap the limits. Put a minus sign. So swap limit is your P1. P2. Now this is very much for all of you. घर से निकल के कुछ दूर चल के. We leave from the house to go to school. But in between, do we go straight? No. We go to that friend, then that special friend, then we reach the school. So in between we take breaks, isn't it? At various spots we take breaks. Okay, I'm saying that you're not taking a diversion. Your school is in this path, so whoever comes in between this path, you keep on joining. Aaja bhai, school jana hai, let's go together, let's go together. At least we used to go walking, so we used to do this. You guys go by bus or some private vehicle, then I don't know that. But if you go walking, then whoever is meeting you in the path of going to school, you will keep on taking them, isn't it? Yeah. So if a to b f of x dx, can I split it as a to c and then c to b? Remember, this c should be between a and b. Of course, c should be between a and b, me and school. So whoever is coming in between us can be a part of my journey. So a to b, c is coming in between, it can be a part. If there is one more number d coming in between, it can be a to c, c to d, and then d to b. So whoever comes in between a to b can be a part of journey, can be broken. So let's call this property, what should we give the name? We are splitting the limits into two parts. So yeah, split. Let's name it as split. One is split into two, a to b, b to c, like that. A to c, c to b, or a to c, c to d, d to b. So next, property 3 and property 4. My dear bacho, these two properties are super duper important property. P3 is called as King's rule. It is called as King's rule. So P4, is it Queen's rule? No, it is not Queen's rule, but it is, very much like your P3. Whenever you can't think of anything, go for P3 property, which is a to b. F of x dx is a to b, f of sum of limits minus variable. Guys, repeat with me. Sum of limits minus variable. The keyword that I'm giving is sum of limits. You add the limits and from that subtract the variable x. You add the limits a and b and from that you subtract x. Very important property, used in most of the questions. Okay, instead of a to b, now you have 0 to a. Kya farak padta hai yaar? You add the limits. 0 plus a is a and subtract the variable. So I will name this as P3 copy. And P4 is just copy of P3. You can call it Queen's rule, up to you. सही है क्या यार बच्चों? Good. Next, fifth and sixth property. Again, this fifth property we are not going to use much, but sixth property is derived from fifth property. So sixth is important. The fifth property says integral 0 to 2a f of x dx. Now particularly remember, this is 0, this is 2a. Is 0 to a, we are making half of it. F of x dx plus 0 to a f of sum of limits minus x. So it's kind of, combination of P3, combination of P4, combination of P2. P2 says you split the limit, would split. P3 says sum of limits, so 0 plus 2a is 2a minus variable, something like that. But anyways, 2a to a, See, the left hand limit is 2a, the right hand limit is changing to a. So the way to remember is half limit. You know, make it half limit. Half limits and also split it into two parts. Whenever you want to make the limit into half, you will go for this property. Well, this property is not that useful as I told you. This, what I'm writing now, is definitely useful. This left hand integral is equal to 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. It will be twice the function if they both are of equal value. If integral 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Don't you think? Don't you think if they are equal, the answer will be 2 times f of x dx? It's like 2 plus 2, 4. 1 plus 1, 2. If they should be 1, I mean they both should be 1. They both are equal, integral is double. And if they both are of opposite signs, then what do you guess? If they both are of opposite signs, minus. Then simply 1 and minus 1 will give me 0. This property, bacho, will be used. P6 will be used. And what should I name it? P6, I can say it as P5 copy. Let's say P6 is nothing but P5 ka copy. Copycat. Next one. The last one, before I go to that, let's understand what is even odd function. Many of you would have done it, but still. Okay, if f of minus x is equal to f of x, we say it's an even function. Sorry. Okay, and if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, we say it's a odd function. If minus sign is absorbed, even function. If minus sign is thrown out, odd function. If I take an example, let's take f of x is equal to cos x. Start with the LHS. What is f of minus x? Cos of minus x. And cos will eat up the minus sign. LHS. Go to RHS. अरे RHS तो f of x है, तो अभी हमको दिख गया यार, हमने देख लिया. f of minus x is equal to cos x is nothing but your f of x. We will declare cos x as even function. But similarly, if I take your function to be equal to sin x, what's the LHS? F of minus x is sin of minus x. Minus can come out. And if minus comes out, f of x is sin x. We are getting f of minus x equal to minus f of x. That makes it odd function. Similarly, more question will come. What the beautiful part of this is? The beautiful part is property 7. The property 7 says it's for even odd function. P7. If the limit is minus a to plus a, this is important, huh? The limit should be symmetric. Only then we can apply this property. Minus a to plus a, minus 2 to plus 2, minus 1 to plus 1, so on and so forth. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This will be equal to 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. This will be twice 0 to f of x dx if f of x is even function, if it is an even function. And this will be equal to 0 if it is odd function. If my function is odd, value of integral is straight away 0. Got it? What should be the keyword for this? Simple ma'am, even odd function बोल देते हैं इसको. चलो सभी के सभी प्रॉपर्टीज को एक बार क्विक रिकैप करेंगे हम लोग. Quick recap. When to use which property? Let me tell you very clearly that P0 and P1 we hardly use. I mean, that's just for information. F, Y, I. If needed, I mean, there are hardly 1 or 2 questions, including your NCERT exemplar R.D. Sharma, where we use this first two properties. It's for information, we should know that variable change doesn't affect, and if at all you need to change the limits, put a minus sign, big deal. It is not used as such to break an ice, not used as such to solve or simplify a question. Yes, used maybe. So yeah, first 0 and 1. This P2 is used whenever you have a question on modulus or GIF function. Yes, because mod means split. Mod means split. I've always talked about this. Whenever there's a modulus function, we split. And how do we split? Using this property, we will solve mod questions. Do you want a question on it? I will solve, don't worry. So mod and GIF function, if you have, you're going to use P2 property, that is the split property. What about P3 and P4? P3 and P4 are similar. I am telling you, whenever you don't understand which property to use, what to do in definite integration, just try P3. Try P3, and if one of the limit is 0, it will automatically become P4. It's the same thing with one of the limit 0. So whenever you can't find anything, do this. This is most applicable. P5, as I said, is hardly used, nowhere used, we don't use. But yeah, P6 is used whenever you have a double limit. We make it half, solve. And yeah, if they are equal, twice. If they are opposite, 0. So that's when P6 is used. And P7 has its own speciality whenever the limits are of opposite sign. Minus a to plus a. We should understand, yes, it is seventh property, even odd function. Okay. Here is a first question. Modulus. क्या करें modulus के लिए? हाँ, if this is my integral, I is equal to integral minus 5 to plus 5 mod of x plus 2. What is the vertex for this mod? Where is this mod going to split? Everyone can understand that minus 2 is the vertex. Putting x as minus 2, we get 0. So minus 2 is the point where you get a sharp curve. Hope so. Everyone knows. Putting this equal to 0, you get a critical point. That is vertex. Now I'm going to split this mod, which is minus 5 to plus 5. Minus 5 to plus 5 into two parts. Minus 5 to minus 2. Isn't it? घर से निकल के कुछ दूर चल के. Minus 5 to minus 2 and minus 2 to plus 5. Minus 5 to minus 2, you will consider it is on the left side. So left side we always take negative and right side positive. So on the left side, negative of the function, whereas on the right side, which is minus 2 to 5, we will consider positive mod. Well, I'll write it again here. F of x, it has two values, minus and plus. Mod means split. Minus when x is less than or equal to minus 2, when x is greater than minus 2. So less than minus 2, minus 5 to minus 2 negative. Now easy peasy lemon squeezy. Minus of x square by 2, minus plus minus, integral of 2 is 2x from minus 5 to minus 2. Plus integration of x square by 2, integration of 2x from minus 2 to 5. Yep, we are going to put upper limit, lower limit for the first one. So in place of x, you put minus 2. Minus 4 by 2, it is minus 2. Chalega? And 2 into minus 2, minus 4 makes it plus 4. So done with the upper limit in first bracket. Now lower limit, minus 5 square, 25 by 2, minus of minus plus 10. First term done. Second term, upper limit, lower limit. 5 square, 25 by 2, plus 10. And then minus 2 square, 4 by 2, 2, minus 4. Solve. Minus 2 plus 4 is how much? It's 2. Minus of minus plus 25 by 2, minus 10, plus 25 by 2, plus 10, and 2 minus 4 is minus 2, makes it plus 2. Well, minus 10 plus 10 cancels. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 25 by 2 plus 25 by 2 will be 25. The answer is 29. Value of the integral is 29. Please check for yourself. Is it correct? Wrong? It's perfect. Good. Solve more questions on modulus. Just keep on changing the limits. You can yourself put. It's not a big task, man. -5 to +5 है ना यार. तुम डाल दो ना यार -3 to 9 और mod कुछ ले लो, x + 3 ले लो, कर लो. Chalo, look at this question. Which property shall I use? Like in the previous question, we did not write the reason. Here we are splitting it because I wrote this, I kind of forgot. You're going to mention, we are using P2 property, A to B, f of x dx is equal to A to C and C to B. We are using the P2 property, it has to be mentioned. Don't just write P2. Write the entire property. If you don't write the property, you lose the marks. Very important. Next question. देखो पता चल जाएगा. Which property? Sin square minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 minus a2 plus a. Even odd function. Very good. We are going to try the seventh property, which says it will be twice if it's an even function and 0 if it's an odd function. Let's figure out if sin square x is an even function or odd function. Sin square x is sin x the whole square. That's your f of x. Find out f of minus x, which will be sin of minus x the whole square. Sin of minus x is minus sin x the whole square, and minus sin x the whole square is same as sin x the whole square. Well, bachcho, I am getting f of minus x to be equal to f of x. If it is equal, we will claim it's an even function. और बच्चों अगर ये even function है, so isn't the value of integral 2 times 0 to pi by 2 f of x dx 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, simplify now. Now how to solve this? Transformation. Indefinite integration. What's the value of sin square x? It is 1 minus cos 2x by 2. This 2 will cancel out on coming out. Right? We have 1 minus cos 2x dx. Integration of 1 is x. Integration of cos is minus sin. एक मिनट बच्चों. अच्छा, यहाँ पे इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ कॉस इज साइन 2x बाई 2. मुझे ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कि मुझे एक क्वेश्चन में जाके चेंजेस करवाने चाहिए क्योंकि मैंने कोई गलत फॉर्मूला यूज़ कर लिया था. कहाँ पे साइन कॉस का मैंने कोई, यहाँ पे इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ कॉस मैंने माइनस साइन ले लिया था, विच शुड बी प्लस, इजंट इट? हालांकि आंसर में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, बट स्टिल वी शुड नॉट बी टेक्निकली रॉन्ग. या right, if I put the upper limit and lower limit, we will get pi by 2 plus sin 2 times pi by 2 is sin pi by the whole by 2 minus 0 plus sin 0. 0 sin 0 0 out. Pi by 2 sin pi is also 0. We're getting the value of I to be equal to pi by 2. The value of I is pi by 2. Yes or no, bachcho? Very nice. Now we will do the last question for today and stop here. Integrate this using properties of definite integral. I know that in this question you could have integrated directly, without using the property minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Answer would be same, without writing this property. But they have mentioned use the property, so you have to. And once again, it's very bad. I should have written the property here. Integral minus a2 plus a f of x dx is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x is equal to f of x. ठीक है, ये लिखना बड़ा जरूरी है प्रॉपर्टी. लास्ट क्वेश्चन करते हैं. आइए, इंटीग्रेशन 0 to 2 pi cos raised to 5x dx. 2 pi. One of the limit is 0 and other is 2 pi. Go back to properties. In how many properties do you have one of the limit 0? There are only two properties, P4 and P6. P4 and P6, only two properties have one of them equal to 0. So let's apply P6 because this is double. 0 to 2a. Isn't it your P6? Perfect. So if I consider this equal to I, hope you can see, f of x is cos x the whole raised to 5. ठीक है? We have to check whether f of x and f of 2a minus x are equal or not. 2a is 2 pi. What is the value of f of 2 pi minus x? It's cos of 2 pi minus x the whole raised to 5. Cos of 2 pi minus theta is cos theta. We're getting cos x raised to 5. If नहीं, यहाँ पे लिखते हो. Therefore, I is equal to integral 0 2 times 0 to pi cos raised to 5x dx. Reason क्या है? If integral 0 to 2a, sorry, yeah, 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a. बच्चों एक मिनट, हाँ, यहाँ पे सिर्फ ये आएगा f of x is equal to f of 2a minus x. f of x is equal to f of 2a minus x. If they both are equal, f of x, f of 2a minus x, we write 2 times 0 to pi f of x dx. मैंने प्रॉपर्टी में क्या लिखा है एक बार मैं चेक कर लेती हूँ. यहाँ पे इंटीग्रल साइन नहीं आएगा, सिंपली माइनस है और यहाँ पे इक्वल है. सो dx भी नहीं आएगा. इफ देयर इज नो इंटीग्रेशन, व्हाई शुड देयर बी अ dx? f of x is equal to f of 2a minus x. f of x is equal to minus f of 2a minus x. Correct है? If both values functions are equal or not, that's what we check. So here both of them, function f of x and f of 2a minus x are equal. We wrote it twice. अब इसके साथ देखना एक बड़े मजेदार ट्रिक करेंगे. 2 times integral 0 to 2 into pi by 2. बच्चों, this pi can be written as 2 into pi by 2. Why are we doing that? To apply P5 once again, I'm making space here, so rewriting it. f of x is equal to f of 2a minus x. ठीक है, ये रीजन यहाँ पे लिख दिया हमने. अब यहाँ पे देखो, इंटीग्रल 0 to 2 times a f of x dx. Your new function now is f of x is cos x raised to 5. What is f of 2a minus x? It is f of 2a value is 2 into pi by 2, that's pi. f of pi minus x is cos pi minus x the whole raised to 5. That's equal to cos of pi minus x is minus cos x the whole raised to 5. We are getting f of pi minus x equal to odd power, so minus cos x. And if they are of opposite signs, बच्चों, what will be the value of integral? It will be 0. Reason, f of x is equal to minus f of 2a minus x. f of x is cos raised to 5x. f of 2a minus x is minus cos raised to 5x. Opposite signs, answer integral is 0. The value of this integral is 0. So we used the P5 property 2 times in this question. Here also, P6 rather. Here as well as here. Once your 2a was 2 pi. Once your 2a was 2 pi. And we got them equal. So 2 times 0 to pi. When they are equal, limit becomes half. That's why the name was half limit also. Now your 2 pi is pi. Instead of 2a, the 2a is now pi. Once again, if you check f of x, f of 2a minus x, they both are opposite sign, integral 0. I think that was all the properties as well as methods to solve definite integration. Hope you will remember whenever question comes, check what can we do with the question. Which property is applicable? If one limit is 0, we can apply either P4 or P6. If both are of opposite, minus a plus a, we will go for P7. If you cannot figure out a and b, just go for P4. You will get the answer. Okay? So solve more questions and let me know how you're finding the lectures. Till then, stay tuned for the next summary session, which is application of integrals, and that will finish the integral calculus. Bye-bye till then. Take care. Keep solving mathematics. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.